Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. It's been a little while. My last show I had to cut early because I had some coffee, and my coffee drinkers before you go to the gym and stuff like that. So my stomach was in a blender. I couldn't even do a whole show. But with that being said, today I think I'm gonna do 20 or 30 minutes. Salute Ozzy. What's up, my man? Just wanted to do a quick little live. I'm not attacking this guy. I just want to say I'm not attacking this guy. I just seen his his thumbnail, so I looked into him. I didn't know who he was. I'm not big into YouTube. I am a content creator, but it's mostly my own content. Hey, what's up? What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Yeah, so it's mostly my own content. So I really don't watch other content creators like that unless if they're my friends or people I know personally, the homies, whatever that I meet through traveling, whatever. I'm getting big. Oh yeah, I'm gaining weight, man. I'm like 200 pounds now, bro. I'm trying to cut weight, man. It's hard though. It's hard. My wife be feeding me good as shit. So thank you though, man. I'm trying to cut down. At least I could put up more than my body weight, right? As long as I can lift more than my body weight, I'm cool. But yeah, so like I said, let's get back to this Christmas list, right? So I seen his name buzzing, whatever. He's obviously a huge YouTuber. Didn't know who he was. Watched like a couple videos on him. Looked at his little video catalog. Not little video catalog. Not to be disrespectful. Not to be demeaning. Just it came out that way. But anyway, looked at his video catalog, and I was wondering something. Right, one question came to mind. Seeing all these positive videos about him, like he was the second coming of white Jesus. No disrespect. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of positive videos and stuff about him. So I was like, okay, cool. I looked at his discography, whatever. I looked at his list of videos, and it looked like he was showing the negative side of these countries. Most of these countries he was going to, it looked like he was showing more of a negative side instead of the positive side. So I decided to, look further. And so first we're going to look at his video catalog, right? Before I play this video, right? So let's look at his video catalog. Christmas list, right? So, okay. And the gang stuff. That's great, right? Cool. But his video before that, welcome to the most dangerous hood in Atlanta, right? Okay. Then he got 8 Mile, fucking Eminem, which is funny. Cool pick though. Um, then he has most violent neighborhood in Toronto, right? Right, black dude. Then inside is Hades, whatever, the most dangerous place. Secret voodoo ceremony in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Final days before he was. I'm not even. What is this say? Does it say more? Before he was murdered. Look, come on. Uh, and I'm not attacking the person. I'm just talking about the content. I don't know anything about this guy besides the content. Even then, I don't really know much. I just learned about him when he was arrested. Uh, but let's see. Let's keep going. Skid Row, Los Angeles. Come on. Tijuana, Late Night Walk. Okay. Zona Norte. Yeah, it's. I seen photos of this guy with people with guns inside Gary's, Indiana's most dangerous hood. To me, this is just my opinion. All right, this is just my opinion, and not just my opinion. I'm gonna play a video too, but to me, it looks like he's showing the negative side of minorities. That's what I'm getting from this, man. The negative side of minorities. That's what I'm seeing from what he's showing from his catalog. So we're gonna play a video talking about some of his adventures in Africa. Right? That's why I titled it Africa. Let's share a screen. Let's play this video because it's contradictory to the other videos I've seen. So this is from the Diaspora Connect, well, Diaspora channel.
A YouTuber named Chris got arrested and deported from Somalia for disrespecting the people. Actually,
This isn't the first time he's been arrested, people. This is not the first time he's been arrested in a black country. So, and the reason I'm bringing this up, right? Because I see on YouTube when I do peruse, do some, just analysis, right? Comparing to other content creators, seeing what they're talking about, what's buzzing, right? A lot of times, stupid shit that I'm not interested in doing, like drizzle, shit like that. I would never do that. But I hear so many negative things about brothers and sisters when they get arrested, right? Right away, you're automatically at fault. Shit, I've been arrested overseas, right? And I took my L. I didn't bitch about it or whatever. I was in the wrong. Cool. I broke the law, whatever, so I had to deal with the repercussions. Never bitched about it, never complained about it. It didn't even, affect how I thought about the country I was arrested in. Right? But took it on the chin, wrong, apologized, kept it pushing. Cool. This guy's been arrested multiple times, right? I've had years overseas in many different countries. And I had one infraction where, my friend and I were just having too much fun, my boy, and it got locked up, but shit happens. So we're gonna keep this video going, right?
Throwing money in their faces. Let me show you this clip explaining it. We'll come back and discuss.
The first time in the history of Africa, this man got arrested in Somalia for exploiting the poor. Chris Hughes likes traveling to developing countries.
Okay, so this is what he's known for. Slum. You get what I'm saying? Like, look, this is his catalog from a year or plus ago, whenever this was made. This was made a long time ago.
Chris goes into their poorest neighborhoods and slums and makes savior type content. Now I'm going to explain what he did, and I'll give you the cultural context behind it. In this video, he threw money at a young boy who looked really, really terrified of him. In another video, he was throwing money at people who were sitting in sidewalks. In Somalia, it's very, very disrespectful to throw money at poor people, less fortunate people, and it's very disrespectful to the currency. He was photographing and filming the poor, and people of Somalia don't like.
First off, it's disrespectful to throw money at anyone in any country. It's disrespectful. I've never thrown money at someone. I've handed money to people, which is cool. I think that's cool if you want to give back and help people, less fortunate people. I think that's an amazing thing. But what he's doing is egregious. He's throwing money at people. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But let's keep going. So this is the guy that everybody is saying, oh, he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know. This is an experienced traveler who's been doing this for a long time. I'm not sure exactly how long, but obviously it's been at least a year or more, right? So he was doing this for a long time, and he's been arrested before. People talk about that guy, Floyd, who's been arrested, and they use it against him. And no one brought up that this guy was arrested previously for these things, for exploiting people of color and their hardships, showing the negative side of these countries. Because first thing I want to say, right, in these countries, they don't want the negative side of these countries. So any country, no country wants to show the impoverished negative side. There's always negativity in countries, right? For example, it's like me in Uganda going to, I guess, homosexual areas, recording people that are gay, because it's breaking the law, just like having firearms, fully automatic firearms in these countries is breaking the law. So it's like going there, recording people who are not supposed to be engaging in certain activities, which is opposite of what the country is trying to promote. So if I were to get arrested for doing that, that's on me, right? That's on me. And people would say, oh, why would you go to Uganda, or why would you go to Pakistan and show people that are homosexual talking about their struggles and stuff like that? Why would you go to China and talk about America, or how much better America is, or how China is holding people down? Why would I go to Russia and talk about how the Russian citizens don't want to be a part of the war in Ukraine, interviewing many Russians about how they feel, how the country is terrible? Why would I do that, right? It would just be like asking to catch work. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Trying to do this 20, 30 minutes.
Like how the West keeps exporting these types of images back to the West. This practice is ethically questionable because a lot of people who are filmed don't get paid and the West keeps making money off of it. He went to a small fishing port in Somalia, and as you know, a lot of the fishermen in Somalia were labeled as pirates. And so many fishermen lost their lives to NATO. So you would think he would have the common sense as a white man not to go down there. But he did. They were really upset that he was there. But hey, Chris had armed guards protecting him from the Somali people. He was watching people do a cultural dance and he was asked to leave.
I'm here to show the culture of Somalia. So why are you upset at me? Tell me.
I need to expand on this video where he was throwing money at the young boy. So as you know, Somalia is a majority Muslim country, and in Islam, you need to give to the poor discreetly and respectfully, not on camera. But the pillars of Islam.
Discreetly and respectfully, not on camera. This shit is known, right? I'm in Africa as well. Somalia is Islamic, so is this country. They have Islamic aspects. So is Uganda. I think many countries in Africa have some Islamic aspect, or a population, I should say. So it's known you're not supposed to. This is just common sense. Not even just in Africa, anywhere. You don't throw money at. You can see the money being released from his hand. You see it right there. He literally threw money at me. That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. He also has armed guards. Why are you going to places with armed guards? I understand, like, if you're a foreign dignitary or an ambassador and you have a job to do and you need armed guards to get from point A to point B, point C, whatever. But he has armed guards because he knows he's not allowed to record, and he's doing it anyway. Now, you can record in these countries if you do it right. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're walking down the street in the main district, you record a little bit, that's cool. But everyone knows in Africa, people don't really want to be on camera like that for the most part. They don't want you like having the camera in their face. Their family might see it. It's a lot of little nuances that people don't really think about. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. So he's throwing money at poor African people, right? We got that. The Somalis don't play. No, they do not play, sir. No, sir. No, sir. It's known. I was going to go to Somalia, but my wife advised against it, and other people advised against it. Other trusted Tanzanians advised against it. And I also want to say salute to my content creator homies overseas in Africa, Asia, wherever you are. I know my homies in Africa are going to have to catch us on the replay because it's very early in the morning. I'm an early bird, so whatever. It just so happens that I get up early to go to the gym, so that's why I'm doing my show. But yeah, throwing money at them is insane. Let's keep going. I just want to shed some light on his content, what he was doing. He's been arrested before. Always remember, he's been arrested before for the same shit. So, what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing again and again, expecting different results, right? It's insane. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Islam is zakat, which means donation, but it's not only donation. You need to give in a way where you preserve their human dignity. Now I'm going to continue to his arrest and his apology video. After he left Somalia, he went to Somaliland, which is a self-declared independent country within the country of Somalia. He was arrested and questioned, and he was released based on the promise that he's going to issue an apology and take down all the videos that he filmed while he was in Somalia and Somaliland, which he did while he was in custody. After he was released from custody and left the country, he unprivated all the videos, and he said this.
I gave away 2,000 US dollars this day. Okay? The media only wants to show the bullshit to start a race war. I'm not racist. I'm in a country and I met a lot of.
Okay, so he had to make the statement, I am not racist. I am not racist. They want to show the bullshit, right? Why are you playing this game, sir? This, you know, you're European. You know you're going to poor black countries and you're showing the seedy side, right? If a black person were to do this from America, they would be put over the grill. If you got arrested, they would say, oh, well, that's on you. You know, you knew that you were in these countries and you're not supposed to do this and that and whoop-de-whoop. And it would just be blamed on the brother or sister, right? Let's say sister, right? When the definitely, yeah, they've been doing that shit forever. But that's not just Africa. That's Asia. Asia's been fucking what, like 50, 60 years. Well, when was the Vietnam War? When did that happen? Yeah, since Vietnam, they've been going to Asia doing that shit forever. I think even before Vietnam, they've been doing that shit. But that's besides the point, right? I'm not on him for what he does in his personal life. I don't care. That's cool. I hope he's enjoying his life, even if he's doing tourism, as long as it's legal, whatever. You know, people are of age. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Even if he was playing for the other team, do your thing, bro. That's on you. I'm not judging you for that. What I'm asking is, why are people okay with him showing negative images of black people? That's what I want to know. Why are people okay with this guy showing negative images of black people? Why does no one have an image? No one have a problem with him? Because I Googled him, right? You Googled him. If you Google him, you'll see him standing next to people with big ass guns, shit like that. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Even the Middle Easterners, like he's showing the bad parts of the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? Like he's sitting next to this guy. He looks like he obviously has an assault rifle, maybe an M4 or something like that, and a face mask. He has the V for Vendetta mask. It's nonsense. People aren't even, like I said, saying anything about it. Let's go. So I believe he has a wife and kids back in Canada, which is cool. If he's providing, you know, obviously content creators have families, right? A lot of content creators have families, and people utilize, I'm assuming that people utilize the money they make on these platforms to feed their family, which I'm not trying to, you know, mess this man's money up or anything like that. I don't want his family not to be able to eat or anything like that. So I'm not saying he's a super villain or whatever. I'm just saying he is obviously exploiting the negative images of minority people for money. That's what it is. He's exploiting negative images of minority people for money. What do I think of Austin Holloman? I just think he's a kid making money, man. Even with him, he's not doing anything egregious. He's making money. I mean, is he exploiting incels? Yes, but they choose to give him money, so that's cool, you know. And he's not, you know, showing anything crazy, so I don't think he's doing anything wrong. Honestly, I think Austin is just a kid trying to eat. So shout out to him. Salute to him and his successes. Pray for him and his family to continue to prosper, live long, all that, you know. So salute to the young brother. Hope he keeps making money on YouTube and stays overseas. Wait, let's get back to this guy, Chris.
Wonderful people. This is what the media does to your mind. People don't do the research, right? They watch the video that the news put up, and that's how they make their judgment of me. So to the news, fuck you. I'm a good human being here to help, whether you like it or not. That's my side of the story.
I know you guys are going to think Chris is American, but he's actually Canadian from Toronto. Now that you know both sides of the story, what do you think? Do you think Somalia did the right thing by kicking him out of the country?
As you heard, the young
Okay, so I have a question. Why is he not going to like Russia? Why is he not going to Russia? Because I'm looking at his catalog. He's not showing the negative side of European countries. Let me go down one more time down this list, right? He's not showing any negativity from European countries. Migrants. These are all South Sudan. Yeah, these are all minority countries. I don't Kenya. This is where the money's at. Kingston, Jamaica, After Dark. Come on, like this is obviously exploitation. Yeah, there's no European people in any of these. Yeah, there's no. I'm going inside. This is a year ago. I'm going back a year. I just went back a year in his catalog. I'm scrolling down his catalog. Going down his catalog. This is a year of him exploiting black people, right? Great question. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ozzy. I appreciate you, brother. Make sure I got my phone. All right. Because sometimes I be getting cash apps and I don't want people to feel like I don't care. It's just I have my phone on Do Not Disturb because, gym time, shit like that. Early morning, and maybe I want to get a few extra minutes of sleep and I forget to turn it off. So let's see. Okay. He knows he could get away with this BS in black countries. And that is the thing, right? So I was watching another video. I'm going to finish this video and I'm going to look for the other video I was watching, right? Where they said, right, in Trinidad, only because he was white, he was able to go to these neighborhoods and record. If he was black and he went to these neighborhoods, it would be a problem. So let's say me, because they wouldn't know I'm not Trinidad. They would assume I'm Trinidadian, just like them, right? So black country. So especially if I don't speak. So if I'm going in these neighborhoods recording, there's a chance I can lose my life. But in high likelihood, I would definitely be approached negatively, right? As a black person. This was said. Because he's white, they let it go. They were all so excited for this white person to come to their neighborhood with a camera and show. So obviously, criminals usually, especially in these third world countries, they're usually not the most educated people, right? They didn't go to school. School's usually not free, or the free school isn't very, very good in a lot of these third world countries. Most of these third world countries, obviously, they don't have the funding. So these criminals or whatever, he knows they're ignorant and they don't really understand YouTube and what he's doing and how he's portraying them and this, that, and the third. They just know they're getting clout. You know what I'm saying? This white guy's recording them. He's giving them some money. So they're taking it. They're taking it. He's just taking advantage of these people. I'm about to keep playing the video. Let me read this last comment. Big Mike, do you think we will see a unified Africa? Absolutely not in our lifetime. I don't think so. The reason I don't think Africa will ever be unified is because you got the West fighting for land and resources, and you have the East. You have China fighting for land and resources, and China isn't bulldozing the West. Now, I know we've seen the egregious images of Chinese people beating the African workers, right? Okay. That happened. That's a scenario. That happened. That's obviously exploitation of their circumstances, but I'm pretty sure other ethnicities do that as well to the the local people. The Chinese are actually well received in Africa. From what I've seen, my experience in Africa, the Chinese are well received and really liked and loved in these countries, especially in Uganda, for what they're bringing. They're bringing a lot of money. They're bringing a lot of technology. So they like the Chinese. And the Chinese aren't showing negative aspects of the country. But let's keep going.
Lady explained it very well, and he got arrested. They made him delete the footage, and he went home and posted it again, and then posted a 2-minute apology saying that he was just being himself. He didn't think they would be offended, but now that in hindsight, he feels bad and he is sorry. But my question to him is, it's how do you not know that that's offensive, throwing money on people's face?
I got another video of Trinidadians that we're going to watch next.
Like, just because they're poor, you think you can degrade them? Just because you're in Africa, you think you can get away with that? Well, they showed him. Somalians said, nope, that's not going to fly. And they arrested him. And he had to delete it to leave that jail. And well done to Somalia and Somaliland. At the end of the day, this is the kind of action that we need to take. This is not the only man that comes to Africa and disrespect our people. He is not the first, and I'm sure he's not going to be the last. But if we want this to stop, we need to have a system in place that makes sure that people like this pay the price and people like this gets deported.
Remember, this is more than a year ago. This guy was arrested. This is more than a year ago. Remember, more than a year ago for the same actions, right? And then I'm going to play the Trinidad video next. I'm going to try to go for like an hour, unless if somebody wants to come up and talk about it. But let's see. Let me read Big Mike's other comment. Africans are dumb and outside the Chinese us for their weakness. I'm not going to say they're dumb. I'm going to say the education system is different, right? So our education system is more about, I guess, like working for, tech companies, desk jobs, white collar work. That's what our education system revolves around. Their education system revolves more around practical work, gardening, farming, welding, things that actually bring real value to a society, right? Because let's say the dollar crashes, right? Do people need psychologists? No. Do people need iron workers? Yes. Do people need electricians? Yes. Do people need house builders? Yes. Do people need roofers? Yes. Those are all real jobs. Plumbing, all those things. So those skills are what are taught to these people. Even the guy on the street has some common knowledge of like plumbing, electrical, welding. He has some knowledge of how to do things. They're very good with their hands in Africa. So you can't really say they're dumb. They're just smart in other ways. You know what I'm saying? You could throw these guys in the middle of the woods and they'll build some shit and be cool. You throw America and you throw me in the middle of the woods, I'll be fucked. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. I don't know what plants to eat. I don't know what's poisonous, what's not poisonous. You know what I'm saying? They're trained on this stuff. And I think that's really good skills. They're trained to survive in harsh conditions. And if that's not, you know what I'm saying, the apex of humanity, being able to survive in harsh conditions, I don't know what it is. Because we're soft in the West. We couldn't handle like being in the woods. A lot of people couldn't handle. There are people that can, obviously, but for the most part. All right, so let's keep going.
Reported the same way Somalia did this. We all need to do the same because this is not right. I am pretty sure even in Canada, if you do that, it's going to be considered wrong. It's going to be considered a bad thing. But
if you throw money at people, let's say United States, right? Let's say I'm throwing money at homeless people. You might get into a fight. You might, not every homeless person we have pride in the States, right? Yeah, so I'm assuming Canada's the same. I've been to Canada. Canada is like America light, so they have crime and they got gun culture and shit out there. So it wouldn't go well.
for him to act so shocked and oblivious, like, what happened? Like, I didn't mean to. He's a grown man. It's not like he's a young teenager. He knows better, and he should have known better. So for him to act surprised, I don't know. I don't buy it. But thankfully, the government cared about their people enough to not let this exploitation go on. So he got deported. Well done. And I hope other countries follow. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about this YouTuber claiming that he didn't know it was disrespectful to throw money in less privileged people's faces and put a camera in their face and post it and get money out of it. Let us know down below.
Okay, guys. So let's look at some of these comments. All right. Let's go to some of these comments. Salute to in the Keysler Streets. I've subbed to his channel recently. So let's look at these comments. Look at the newest. What are we looking at? Trinidad and Tobago follower. I personally don't find it degrading at all. That's crazy. He's back at it again. They've locked him up in Trinidad. Okay. Canada should kick all Somalians out. What? That's crazy. He's just a funny guy. See, if this was a brother, if this was a black man, the comments would be way, way harsher. Everyone knows this too. You know what I'm saying? What does this do to passport? I really don't understand what a passport bro is. I'm just gonna say he's a traveler. He's a traveler. He's making money. He's been making money traveling and exploiting black people. He's the Vlad TV of YouTube. You know, Vlad TV always shows the negative sides of hip hop, starting beefs with other black rappers or artists or whatever. He's trying to make them. Salute to Darnell. Salute to Darnell. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do like 30 more minutes. He can come up. I'll stay on a little longer if he comes up. If not, I'm just gonna do a little bit more. But I want to show this. Let me show this. I'm gonna play one more video. Christmas list, Trinidad. Okay, let's go. Let's share this. Let's share screen. All right. One more video of this guy.
Trinidad, I have a public service announcement. I am here. The plan was to leave this afternoon and go to Guyana, but I woke up this morning thinking I didn't quite complete everything I wanted to complete. In my mind, I still keep hearing Carnage, Enterprise, Maloney, and I figure if I stay around 2 more days.
In a me Lexus, make them sell them car and take bus.
What's up, people? Welcome back to Rice TV Entertainment. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing fine. Welcome back to the channel. And if it's your first time, welcome. Now we have some things we're going to skip through and update you guys on inside this video. From the whole Christmas list situation in Trinidad start, I've never dropped an update about the situation, but we'll cover some things inside this video. Is he being forced to, you don't know, as some persons would have said, inform, on the gangs in Trinidad, my people?
Okay, so he's being forced to give information on the gangs in Trinidad. That's what they're saying in this video. He's being forced to give information on the gangs in Trinidad, which makes sense, right? If you're going to another country and you're going to places where they don't even want to be around, right? Gang type places, they're obviously going to ask you for information on these gangs because they would like to stop gang activity. So for the people that thinks it's snitching or whatever, I'm just going to go ahead and say you are the problem with the black community. You would like black people to maintain this criminal image, this savage image, like we can't think, we're just, gun wielding lunatics shooting each other. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that people actually side with this type of stuff, but denounce their own for stupid shit like begging on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But people are, oh, Chris must list, he's must be freed, and he's showing the worst of black people, the worst. Now, if we went to some area and started showing Europeans and like incest and other egregious things, people wouldn't be happy. I'm pretty sure it would probably get flagged for like racism or something crazy, right? Even if you're cool, like it wouldn't be the best look, especially if you did it in like you went to Germany or Russia or something like that. You're gonna have some issue. Norway, you're gonna have some issues showing the negative side of those European countries, right? People don't even try it with Russia. People don't even fuck around and show. And I know people that go to Russia, but it's just why play? You know, why play around in these countries? So let's keep going.
He being forced to give up information on these people that he clearly states that he, doesn't have, the information that they want. You understand? So it's like Christmas list can't help them, with their investigations on these people. But people may get into that as well, as you're talk about not change new song, Lexus, Human Ragita Proper Review, said we. So let's just get started. So for all who doesn't know, Christmas List is a Canadian journalist in which he travel go a lot of places, you understand, and film a lot of content in these places, whether it be contents on violence inside a particular area. He post some videos saying the most dangerous places here and there, and those type of videos and stuff like that. He also mix it with a lot of positive content as well. So it's basically a mixture of getting content.
Okay, so he started the positive content after he started getting arrested and being called a racist. People have to pay attention. Try to clean up his act. People have to pay attention to what's going on. People are so easily like coerced. Okay, let me show you guys another example of what I'm talking about, all right? Let me stop sharing this. This is why I say he's the Vlad TV. Oh, Darnell's here. Oh, shit. What up, Darnell?
Hey,
This
not
is
much.
why I say, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I'm just cool, man. Just reviewing this stuff. Just want to show some people, and this is why I call him Vlad TV. Because look, 5 hours ago, Vlad TV just talked about Vanilla Ice getting shot, carjacking, right?
Oh, damn.
Okay, look. 8 hours ago, Suge Knight audio saying Tupac sexually assaulted in prison, right? These are what these people do, but it's crazy. It's like someone else has to take the puzzle pieces and put it together to show people the picture, right? To show people the picture, what was painted, right? Look, this is Vlad TV. This is another guy that does similar content, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Boosie goes off 90% of murders in my city over rap beef, right? These are what these people, there's so many channels like this, right? Even if you listen to like Chicago, O Block, hood content, right? A lot of times the person doing a voiceover is like, you can tell it's a white guy, right? You can tell it's a white guy and he's just been looking at gang crime stuff, and they're so I know people, you know what I'm saying, that do similar things to make money. I don't agree with it, I don't agree with it. I do not agree with it, but I'm not knocking it. If people want to watch it, cool. I'm just showing, like, right now I'm sharing Vlad TV's video catalog. You know what I'm saying? You guys see how this is all like basically promoting the downfall of blacks. You see all these black faces and the negative images. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who Curtis Carroll and how he got off his murder charge. Dropped and 24 years knocked off his sentence. This is the negativity. This is what they want to show black people as. It doesn't matter if it's America, if it's Africa, if it's Jamaica, if it's Trinidad. They're not showing positive images of black people. Oh, this is me. But they're not showing positive images of black people. They want to show us as these like really ignorant people.
Well,
They're not showing.
Funny? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I think there might be like a small delay, but no, I was just gonna say, what's interesting is I was just reading a article on CNN about it's a WNBA player. Her name is Caitlin Clark. I don't know much about her, but her name is, I guess, Caitlin Clark. She's famous for I guess she holds all the records in women's college basketball. And so she went into the WNBA. Anyway, this guy, Pat McAfee on ESPN, I guess he called her a white bitch. Like, he didn't mean it he wasn't like trying to degrade her or nothing in calling her a white bitch. But, he was just saying, the league needs to understand that if it wasn't for her, the WNBA wouldn't be on the map, Like right now, we all know the WNBA has been a failing league for years, right? And
right.
And what the critics are saying is that no, there's nothing wrong with the WNBA. It's just mainstream media isn't paying attention to it, And now let me bring it back to what's the topic here. I kind of view what you're saying as similar to that article that I read, where, you're saying, okay, they're just showing the negative images in the black community, but not the positive stuff. And it's like, is it really their job to show the positive attributes of the black community? You know what I mean? It's like, there's nothing that, it's just one of those things is that sometimes in order to see that, hey, that there's a problem, you first got to see the problem and address it. I mean, if you fail to admit that there is a problem, then you'll never change. You see what I'm saying?
I agree 100%.
And let's face it, I mean, the black community is, I'm speaking here in the United States. I'm not speaking in other countries here, but here in the
other countries have issues too, especially Atlantic slave trade countries with black people. But keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah, but the only thing I was gonna say is like we don't have, grocery. We got liquor store. You go to a black city like Detroit used to be called Chocolate City, and there was when I was a kid living in Detroit, there was not a grocery store in the city of Detroit, not one. You had to go to Southfield and shop. You had to go to Taylor, anywhere but Detroit. You couldn't buy groceries, but you could find a liquor store.
Right.
There was a maybe if there was a corner, a four-way intersection, there's probably 2 or 3 liquor stores on that one intersection. That's where people had to shop for groceries. But and buy their damn 40 ounces and things like that. We don't have any real jobs, and then in black communities, it's always, unemployment's always higher, disease is always higher. You got then the savings rate. We don't save as much money. Hell, and not that I'm trying to stress to say that college is, is if you don't go to college that, you're not going to make it or anything. I'm not saying that at all, but like when it comes to college rates, even black women are have there's more black women in college than black men. You know,
Which is true.
enrolled in college. You know, and it's like when you look at it, but even when you throw in black women, our graduation rates are the lowest. Like white women, for example, they dominate when it comes to even when it comes to women. You take men out of the equation, white women, I think white women account for like 40% of college degree holders, or excuse me, of bachelor degree or higher.
So going back to what you said earlier, right? So it's not the news's job to show positive images of black people, right?
Yeah,
it's not a requirement, right? Which is true. It is not a requirement, right?
Yeah, I think it's up to us.
But they are purposely showing negative images, just like in the 80s where they made the image of the heroin addict a pregnant black woman that was injecting heroin into a vein in her belly, right?
Yeah.
So that's called suggestive imaging, right? So if they're plastering that everywhere, right, that image, it became a reality. So now you have black women injecting, not now, but when they did that, right, they were injecting their stomach with blue magic, whatever it is, whatever strain of heroin or whatever they had, right? So now fast forward to this current time, they're only showing images of hip hop artists, entertainers. They don't talk about black doctors, black scientists, black lawyers, black business owners. They don't matter. When it comes to blacks, it's only negative imagery, right? And people haven't noticed that. So with the negative imagery, like I said, suggestive images, now the look for a black man has changed, right? Now it's not suit and tie type brother. They want to show the King Bonds. That's like the standard for being a black man is like being a King Bond type dude. And this goes outside of just America, right? This goes to like Jamaica, Trinidad. So in these other countries, they want to eliminate that. But it's hard when those are the things being shown. And he's showing these places on purpose. Most dangerous targeting. He's targeting minority black people, right? I'm not saying that he has to do positive content. I'm just saying that with the amount of judgment I see towards other black male YouTubers, even black females in other nations, the sassy truck driver, right? She got locked up for having an attitude, right? And then everybody was like, good for that B, she deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one was like, what could have set her off? No one's asking what could have set her off. You know what I'm saying? They're not asking those. Now, if it was a white person, I believe, basically what I'm seeing off of Chris, they would say, what made Becky go crazy? You know what I'm saying? Well, what made Becky go crazy? Why is she doing it? When it's a black person, it just validates the negative image that they're already painting of black people.
Yeah, qualified. I mean, I'm with you on that, to an extent. I think you're referring to when you said the sassy truck driver. I think you were referring to the woman that got arrested in Dubai, correct?
Yes. I was talking about her. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been to Dubai several times, and I've never been arrested. I never had any issues with the Emiratis, Right. But at the same time, too, I go there, I respect their country. Like they got signs posted all over wherever you go. You go to the malls and all this other stuff. They have signs everywhere, and they're in English that say, "Please respect our culture." You know, and things of that nature. You know, so like, you know, I'm sorry that that black woman got, you know, arrested. I really am. You know, and from what it sounded like at the time, it was kind of minor, but again, that's where, hey, that's where being prior military, and we did all those cultural awareness classes. You know,
You talk about the CBTs?
yeah.
Oh man,
We had
that's funny.
we had to do all them damn classes. That's where that comes into play. Like you can't go over there and cry victim when you do something stupid.
I agree. I agree. I agree. So that goes back to the Chris Musk listing. This is not his first time being arrested for filming things he wasn't supposed to film. Now, like you said, you've been overseas multiple times, so have I. Many times overseas, living overseas, whoop de whoop, right? It is known. The locals make it known. Like if you're filming, you will get a random person that like tap you and be like, "Hey, you're not supposed to film here." They let it be known you're not supposed, or you might want to put your phone away because it could get snatched or things could go bad for you. Hey, you got a chain. You might want to tuck that. You know what I'm saying? Locals are pretty forthcoming with information regarding danger and stuff like that because they don't want to see you hurt in their country, right? In most countries I went to, I haven't came across like evil people trying to set me up. You know, oh, hey, you might want to go downtown Johannesburg at night. You know, with $500 in your hand. You know, I didn't get that. I got you don't want to go to this place. You don't want to do this, and this is within 7 days with being in most countries. You figure out what you are and aren't allowed to do. And like I said, this guy has been arrested previously. So this is recidivism, right? He's reoffending, right? He's a reoffender. If you know recidivism, right? So this guy is showing a pattern of doing the same thing again. He doesn't care. He's not respecting these nations and what they want. Now, like I said, I'm in Africa, Tanzania, right? I could try to make my YouTube pop by showing controversial stuff the country doesn't want you to see. But what would happen to me during my stay here? It would be hard. People recognize me, you know. But when you do go viral for showing negativity, that's what you're known for, right? You're known for, hey, that's the guy that's going into crazy slums recording people shooting at each other or whatever, you know, or stabbing, knife fights. He records knife fights or whatever. You're known for that. Now, there are locals that will have issues with that. There are locals that are very patriotic to their nations, right? They really love their country. Look at Brazil. Brazilians love Brazil. Colombians love Colombia. So you go to countries where people are very patriotic and you're disrespecting their nation. Could end violently. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. You know, but you know that's why you know I had asked you in the chat earlier. You know, was this guy a pass? I had no idea who this guy was. You know, but I was like, was this guy a passport bro? You know, I know you say you don't know what a passport bro is, but you know who I'm talking about. You know, these people with these damn cameras and, you know, their first time overseas and, you know, they're acting a fool. You know, I can't remember if I said it on your show or somebody else's show, but if you Google the term ugly American and see what pops up, you know, it's not a black guy, but it's an old photo from like the 1950s of this old white guy. Nobody even knows who he is. It's a real photo, but nobody exactly knows who he is. But he was in Havana, Cuba back in the 50s. This is before Castro took over. Guy's got cigars in his mouth, and he's got a shit ton of cigars in his mouth. He's got rum bottles. He's got like 10 rum bottles in his hand and stuff like that. And what they were saying is that that was kind of fueled the communist revolution down there, was the term the ugly Americans. Every time we go overseas, we act a damn fool. You know, and when I say we as Americans, not
As American, I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. I understand what you're saying. But there is truth to that, which we're seeing in the military. Yeah, even military guys, they get drunk. I'm just talking about what I've experienced overseas. Military guys will get drunk. They'll rape girls in Japan or Korea. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they were caucus. Yeah, man. Like for example, Japan got put on lockdown because the Navy guys, they raped a girl in the train station, and they locked down the whole Japan for military people, for military personnel. We were all put on curfew. So one day we were able to stay out as long as we want, and then the next day no one was allowed off base after 10 p.m. And if they caught you, it was Article 15. So that was based off of American actions. And there are many situations. At first, I thought military people were the problem overseas. Because I was in the military, I'm seeing all the wild shit we're doing, getting penalized. One team, one fight. One person gets in trouble, we all get in trouble. You know how the military goes. So that shit, it was crazy. One person fucks up, everybody pays the price. But like I said, back to this guy or these people promoting these negative images of blacks. It just seems like on YouTube, to get views, you either have to talk bad about women. Talking bad about black women, that's like easy right there. Easy, you're gonna go viral. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to show the dangerous side of some hood. You know what I'm saying? You're showing people with guns. People love that shit. They want to eat that shit up. They want to eat that shit.
Now you just said it right there. People love that shit. That's the reason why they do it.
Mm-hmm. That's why.
Remember, think about it. Think about it like this. You had said earlier they show the successful black people like King Von versus doctors and lawyers and stuff because that's what black people want to see.
Sure.
So again, at that point you gotta direct it at yourself. It's the same thing as when I said in Detroit, there's a liquor store on every corner but no grocery stores. That's because people, in Detroit, it's a massive drinking problem, and Detroit at that time was like, I want to say at least 3/4 black. So if black people stop going to, you ask, well, why are you forcing liquor stores on us? It's like, we're not forcing them on you. You're buying what we're selling. There's a market, that's how capitalism works. If there's a buyer, there's somebody going to be a seller. If they can make money, that's what they're going to do, and we got to take that into what you're saying about mainstream, or even, it's not even mainstream media anymore, but, media period, like these YouTube content creators, if people stop watching their videos, then those content creators are going to go away. They're not going to make content that nobody's watching.
True.
Yeah.
True. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Especially if they're in it for the money. I remember I was on Razor Ray's channel.
Salute to Razor Ray's.
Yeah, salute to Razor. I was on his channel. I was on his panel about 2 months ago. There's a dude. He had his own little Passport Bro channel, and he got the girl twerking and all this other stuff. Got a video of a girl. She got like a balaclava on, and she's twerking and all this other stuff on top of him and stuff like that. And I guess he was receiving backlash about it. And I just asked him, well, why can you show your, he's trying to pull the Razor Ray's line of, well, I just report the news. I said, okay, well, can you report the news without, girls twerking and stuff like that? That, the heat might die down on you. No, I can't do that. And he said, because that's what sells.
Sex sells. Sex sells.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't wrong.
He's not wrong.
You know,
but like with Colombia,
yeah.
like the issue with Colombia is they don't want that shit portrayed. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want that's what happened with Austin in Brazil. Something might be legal there, but they don't want it being the face of the nation, I guess, with some of these places.
Oh yeah. Mexico's the same way. You know,
all these countries are. But back to what you were saying about the liquor store and stuff like that. So traveling around the world to many different black countries, there's one commonality I've noticed, right? The more European influence in a black nation, the worse the people are. The more European, the work, like as far as like maintaining like that gang style type shit or whatever, that shit's non-existent here. But there's no real European influence here. Yeah, there's some as far as the religion or whatever, but even still, it's not up to date. It's old school. Yeah, I mean now you look at South Africa, it's insane amount of European influence, and with European influence comes drugs, especially intravenous drugs, right? And we all know who flooded the black neighborhoods in America with drugs. It wasn't black people cooking that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
no, we just figured out a way to stretch the product, make it cheaper.
Right. You know, who dropped it off at our doorstep?
Yeah,
you know,
there you go.
I mean, who was like, "Hey, take this white, take the heron, go mix it, or whatever." You know what I'm saying? They were taught.
You heard the story of Ricky Ross, not the rapper Ricky Ross, but there was a real guy. Actually, the rapper stole his name.
Right? I've heard a little bit about it, but I never really investigated. So
I'll give you the quick version.
Okay.
But, so the real Ricky Ross was a guy in prison that went by the name of Ricky Ross. Matter of fact, supposedly the rapper was actually I know he was a DOC officer. He might have been working at that guy. It might have, because I know that guy sued the rapper, for stealing his name and likeness and stuff. So every time you see Rick Ross going, Ricky Ross and all this other stuff, and it's like, yeah, this dude stole my whole persona. But anyway, long story short, he was part of the how the crack epidemic hit the United States the way it did. He was actually the reason. He figured it's not that the CIA was actually pushing drugs in the black community, but they were trying to look for funding to fund the Contras in Nicaragua, and because Congress had shut off funding to train the Contras, and what ended up happening was they started looking to selling drugs. The CIA just kind of turned a blind eye to it. Some CIA officers might have been complicit too, but there's no evidence. But anyway, Ricky Ross was one of those people that was helping funding the Contras. But he got a little greedy. He took the product that he was getting, and he figured out a way to. He was the guy that allegedly invented crack.
He invented crack?
Supposedly, yeah. Supposedly, he invented crack. He was the one that figured out how to cut it and stretch it out. The way he did. All it was he was just trying to make some money. He was trying to pocket more money for himself.
Right. Which makes sense. You're a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Or a business owner, right? Any business.
Yeah. Well, there was two of them. So one was a black guy. The other guy was a white guy. The white guy got off real light.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the white guy's name, but he got off real light. When the white guy got sentenced to prison, the federal government came and bailed him out.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's okay. I'm not saying blacks are perfect creatures or whatever, but there is evidence of systemic race. Because at first, honestly, until I really started doing research, like for example, the history of Chicago, right? Have you ever looked at the history of Chicago? Why it is the way it is now?
Not really, but Detroit's kind of the same way, and I have the feeling I know where you're going with this.
Right. It started with segregation. It started with segregation. They wanted the black people. They basically forced them to be in these little confined areas.
Yeah, it's called redlining.
Redlining, right? That was the name they used. Yes, that's what. Yep. That's what. I didn't understand all because they didn't teach that shit in school, right? They obviously wouldn't teach it in school. So this is shit you have to investigate on your own. And when I found the history of Chicago, how it came to be what it is, and how it started versus where it is today, I was like, damn, they really set us up. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know most of the black people from Chicago migrated from the South.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I watched it. I was like, wow, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Even the gangs, those gangs were protecting and helping people at first. They were. You know what I'm saying?
Vice lords.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how the government forced us against each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of plays like that, but people don't really know because they don't really research. Like we're conditioned to see each other as the enemy. You get what I'm saying?
At this point, I don't even think we're conditioned. Like, I think it's more or less people make stupid decisions.
I agree too. I agree too. But why is it that in America the only ethnicity to glorify killing each other is blacks? That's what I'm saying. This was something preordained. You know what I mean? This wasn't something like black people didn't just wake up and say, "Oh, we went from most married to highest murder rate." You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that happen? Most married to most broken families. Yeah, I mean, how did that happen? That was through intervention. That wasn't like something that just naturally occurred. That was through intervention. We were making too many strides, too many advancements as black people in the Western nations. They didn't like because think about it. Negroes went from being slaves, right, to developing their own neighborhoods, living independently of white people, right?
Yeah.
And I actually seen something with Charleston White when he was talking about Martin Luther King, and Martin Luther King saying he had a dream, but Charleston White said that was your dream. That wasn't our dream to be integrated. That was your dream. That was his dream he forced upon us, and in the end, he regretted it. And that was also another reason why they say he may have been assassinated, because he was going to double back and say, look, maybe we shouldn't integrate. Maybe it's not the best idea. And, that's why they got him up out of there. So it's a lot of conspiracies, you know what I mean? But I do see YouTube validates it, right? It's a lot of negativity surrounding blacks on YouTube. It's more negativity than positivity surrounding blacks on YouTube. The image of black people in the world is trash. You know what I'm saying? They either see us as thugs or they see us as apes, biting off the heads of chickens or some shit, doing voodoo or something like that. We don't garnish the same respect as other ethnicities. You know what I'm saying? We're looked at as kind of like a joke. And it's because of the images that are being portrayed. They're not showing those same images of other people. Well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but like the thing I noticed, like, take like Razor Ray's channel for example, and you got you not Razor himself, but like
no, he's a cool guy. Yeah, the people. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the people that come on his panel that just like, and they just like trolling. Like they love doing it. Nobody's holding a gun to their head, making them do all this stuff. No one's paying them, but they just like doing it and getting the attention. So that's where I say, the responsibility lies on us. This is what
It does.
we are doing.
It does.
Yeah, we're
It,
doing
it,
this
it,
shit. There's no white man forcing them to do it, or nothing like that. I mean, who's forcing those people to come on Razor's panel and act a damn fool all the damn time?
no one, no. I agree with you. See, this is what I do agree with you. So
Mhm.
I'm just saying there's more than one side to the story, right? There's more than
Yeah.
one side to the story. I do see those people, and it is best to steer clear of those people because they're not looking for positivity, right? People that get on those, that's why I don't pull up on the show because it's going nowhere. You're talking in a circle. People just want to argue. It's a conflict type situation. Razor Rays didn't create it. He's a cool dude, very cool dude. But he tries to moderate. I've seen him try, but there's only so much you can do when Buck. What up, Buck? How you doing, bro?
Salute. I'm just tuning in, man. I didn't. Yeah, man. This negativity, man. It it's all over the globe. A lot of people don't realize is like what is happening in the States also carries over to the East. To places like Asia, to places like Japan. They see what is on the internet. So when they see you out there, they're gonna think you're gonna behave like what's on the video. So that's why I said it's your duty as a traveler to be on your best behavior. Don't reinforce stereotypes
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
because at
I
the end of
agree.
the day they want you to reinforce you that, but don't do it. Be the opposite. Prove them wrong. Because you are right, man. It's not just the racial. It's not him, but
No, it's not.
Darnell, the people who come on. I feel like they just start shit for the sake of it. It's like, can't you
Mm-hmm.
guys just have an intelligent conversation without, taking personal shots at each other? Then you got the chat that's like the chat
Egging
the,
them on. Yeah,
the,
they're
the,
egging them
the
on.
chat the chat itself is like it looks like the comments out of 4chan.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You funny, dog.
I swear to God, that
No.
chat, bro, it looks like the comments out of 4chan. It's like so many crazy comments and all that. Then you got somebody on the panel taking offense to the comments, and now he takes shots at somebody who commented, and that person, same person comes on the panel, and they're going at it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm like, man, this is not productive at the end of the day. I mean, I just watch it for entertainment, but I know some guys are just trolling. But at the end of the day, this is bad image.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's like, and it's not at Razor directly. I'm just saying not Razor, but he's a cool YouTuber. It's
cool
the
guy.
is the people that appear on the panel, like somebody, for example, like J Moss, for example. J
I don't know
Moss
who that
comes.
is. Okay.
There's this
Yeah.
weird dude that so him and Neon Shades were going at it a couple lives ago or a week
Mm-hmm.
ago on Razor Ray show. They were going at it. They were super chat and Razor Rays dissing each other. So one with super chat Razor Rays $10 dissing the other. Then the other will come back suppressing that $10 super chat with $20 dissing the other guy. And they were going back and forth to the point that one of them dropped $300, then the other one dropped $400, something like that. They were going like
That's a good day for Razor.
they were going at each other, and one guy actually he dropped his number and he said, "Hey," he threatened the other guy. He said, "Hey, I'm here's my cell phone," and he super chatted his cell phone on the comment section of the super chat. He posted his cell phone number out to the public, telling the other guy, "Hey, if you want to meet up, just hit me at this cell phone, and we can knuckle up or meet up in public."
Mm-hmm.
But it's at the end of the day, man. To piggyback to the Like, yeah, man, it's just the negatives. Is 90% of the time is us. The other 10% is coming from outside. I would say it's
Yes.
90 us, then the other 10. So that means if we can control the 90%, I feel like the other 10 is not gonna do as much damage. Most of the damage is coming through us. 90%. Like a lot of people talk about the crack pandemic era,
Hmm.
but who's accepting those drugs though? A lot of people are saying the government, yeah, were responsible for putting those drugs over there. But at the same time, we gotta think about it. Sometimes we gotta reflect, and see. Like what I like the analogy that Darnell pointed out. The people who come on Raise panel, you know, it's nobody's forcing anybody to say all these negative things.
Nope.
So who is it? It's on them, right?
It's on
Yep.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
100% is on them. It's not on Razor.
Yeah.
100% is not on Razor.
And it's not on. It's not the government that's telling them these guys, hey, go to Raise panel and start acting the fool.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Also, so that aspect is the most egregious, right? That's the worst thing. The threats of violence and all that stuff. That's honestly a big reason why I don't want anything to do with the West is because of how we treat each other, right? I honestly just want to live with my people in peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, and going to environments like that where like you got people going at you because they're having a bad day, other black people, whatever, it'll make you despise your own people. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of self-hate. I see a lot of self-hate. I do see it just on the YouTube space, like the people are degrading not only black women but black men. That's why I try to speak positively about both. You know, we are one people.
Yeah.
So I do think
Well,
we should love each other more. My opinion, right?
no, I mean I agree with you. The only thing is that like the problem that you got is that, and I've heard this from several different people. I've heard it from black women. I've heard it from black men. I've heard it from everybody where they say it's just, hey, this is entertainment.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? Oh yeah, DJ Torch. I go on DJ Torch's show, and I speak to him. There was one person, she doesn't come up on the panel anymore, but when I had asked her about, okay, I'm here to try to change I'm here to try to change all this negativity and things of that, or at least try to point us into a direction where we're changing the negativity. It's like, well, drama sells. This is entertainment. And then I told her, well, ma'am, you're a part of the problem. Like, what makes you? Because like over there, for example, they don't like Kevin Samuel. Which, hey, I get it. I understand you don't like Kevin Samuel, but what makes you any different than Kevin Samuel? When you sit down and think about it, what makes you any different? If Kevin Samuel said that this was entertainment and degrading black women is wrong and this and that, but here you are degrading black men, and calling it entertainment, aren't you not doing the same exact thing that the man you hate? So that makes you a part of the problem.
Part of the problem instead of people aren't working on solutions. Like
Nope.
it's just complaining. I believe in solutions.
That's because drama sells. Like, I mean, case in point. You remember? I remember being a kid. You remember the Jerry Springer show?
Oh yeah.
That was the first. That was the very first sign. Matter of fact, the first fight on Jerry Springer, I found this out. Jerry Springer did an interview about his show. The very first fight that occurred on his show wasn't scripted. That one was a real fight.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It just happened. The cameras decided to keep on rolling. And it turned out that was like the most viewed episode. I mean, his ratings went like through the roof. So after that, That's when they started scripting all the fights.
It's crazy that people just want to see that. People want to go on Razor Rays to see the smoke.
Yeah.
I don't really tune in that much anymore because it's just, I don't want to hear the arguing, you know what I'm saying? Screaming, yelling like that. That fucks with my zen. You know what I'm saying? Like in my regular life, I don't engage in that. And I think another thing too, talking about the guests, a lot of people are miserable. A happy person wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not saying they're poor. You could be miserable with money. Yeah, they could be, having all the money but no time. You know what I'm saying? And they just getting on to release the rage.
I put it to you like this: if I was a millionaire, all right, and I'm getting up here starting all this fucking drama, or for no goddamn reason, then I mean, there's definitely something wrong in my life. Yeah, that's just the way that's just the way I look at it. Like, I mean, I'm not a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? But like, the thing is, a lot of these people, man, they probably broke, working a 9 to 5, coming at, living paycheck to paycheck.
Majority,
yeah. And got nothing else better to do. Well, I'm gonna go shit on somebody else, make myself feel better.
But this is what I want them to do, right? Instead of just attacking your people, how about you make it equal opportunity, right? Because I seen a white guy sitting on the panel. That's just when I stopped really watching the show, right?
Who is that guy?
I don't know. This is why I stopped watching the show, because like he's just sitting there giggling as like people attacking each other. So he's like, look at these apes slinging banana peels at each other, and he's giggling. He's probably showing his other friends like, oh, look at these black people always fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he's trying to end the drama. He's enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? I see enjoyment on his face watching these black people argue. And when I noticed that no one was going at him, I was like, yeah, it's not for me, man. Show's not for me. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go at people on the panel, go at everyone. You know what I'm saying? Go at everyone. Don't just go at brothers or whatever. Even like you, like I've seen you get on the panel. You've been cool. A couple times I tuned in because I'm tuning in late. You know what I'm saying? A few hours after it already starts, I'll look at it a little bit, and I've seen you be attacked unjustly. You know what I'm saying? Just showing up, and right away you're getting attacked. And,
I mean, it's not just that. It's not just Razor's channel though. Like I swear, black women do the same thing. You witnessed it.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
They do the
it's
same
a black issue. It's a black issue now. It's not. That's why I said Razor is hella cool. He promotes channels. He's trying to get people monetized.
Yeah.
It's just I think people have taken his kindness for granted, you know what I'm saying? And they promote the negativity on this channel. But I've seen him where he's just talking, he's trying to keep it cool, and he just gives up after a while, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many times are you gonna say relax? You know what I mean? Like, he gives up
to a point. I'm the same exact way.
Me too. What can you do? It's adults. He's not people's parent, he's not these people's parent. So he's making money. Hey, he's promoting other people's channels, helping people out. He gave me the idea to get monetized doing these live streams. That helped me get monetized a lot. It gave me hundreds of hours by listening to him. And that's why I always say salute, shout out to Razor Rays. But the platform is just, oh man, it's become ridiculous as far as like the guest. The guest, they just, you rarely see people defend other brothers, you know what I mean, or sisters, and that kind of bothers me. Damn, we can't even defend each other, man. You know what I'm saying? You defend a brother, you are a D rider or something. It's like, damn, I can't defend my brother, but I can defend the white guy though. That's cool. I can defend the white guy exploiting us.
Well, like, you know who Jay Rello is, right?
I've heard the name. I've seen his face, but I've never watched his content. No disrespect to him.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple. I've seen a a little bit of his content. I've been on his panel 2 or 3 times. You know, and I'm very critical of Jay Rello, but you know, the thing was, even Jay Rello, but the thing is, Jay Rello don't, you know what I mean? He likes the fact, like when I came on his panel, I wasn't up there yelling, screaming, cursing at him and all this other stuff. Even though I was criticizing him, you know,
Right.
I wasn't, you know, disrespecting him, you know.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And
It's a way to
you know, he
criticize.
was like, yeah, you know, and he actually, you know, he actually took it pretty well, you know, and he's real, you know, he's a real cool dude, you know. I mean, the only thing, you know, I don't approve of what he does, but you know, the thing was, when I was going on his channel, even though I disagreed with the things that he does, you know, I still stayed respectful on his channel.
Right.
You know, I wasn't going out here doing this smoke show. You know, you a bum, and you know, I did call him I do say, man, you know, you're a bum, but I'm sorry, bro, but I mean, that's a whole nother conversation on why. But the thing is that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not, you know, doing this internet tough guy bullshit with him or nothing like that. You know, the stuff that you see on Razor's panel and stuff. I'm not doing all that. You know, I'm just saying, hey man, you know, stop doing what you're doing, man, because you kind of making us look bad. Because again, Jay Rello is a black guy, and I even said it on his channel. You a black dude, you know, begging for money on the. I mean, when he went viral, for begging for money on the internet, going to the DR, banging hookers, and begging for money to try and get home. You went viral for that. But again, nobody forced Jay Rello to go do that, spend all his money, and can't get back home. You know?
Do you think he was serious about that, or do you think that was just like a grift? I have heard about that.
You know what? Now that you mention that, because I used to say, who in their right mind would embarrass themselves like that? You know, I understand there's scammers and stuff like that, but who in their right mind would embarrass themselves, you know, get caught, you know, banging hookers and things of that nature? It'd be one thing to come up with some sob lie, you know, kind of like Brick Lady, where she come up with this whole lie and sob story, you know, to try and scam.
Yeah, that lady,
yeah, that's one thing. But, you know, to sit up here and, you know, show off, oh yeah, I'm banging hookers and all this other stuff, now I can't get home. Like, you know, I don't know anybody who would do something like that. But the thing is, now that you mentioned that question, man, you know, I don't know. He might have been, because I have tuned into a channel a couple times. You know, and he be throwing some parties. He's got the women coming over and stuff, and I'm talking about, you know, American women coming through, you know. So, you know,
we got a question here. If guys like Jay Rello and Floyd keep getting donation, what incentive do they have to stop? I would say none.
Yeah,
if you're getting money, you have none whatsoever. Like if you're getting money. But see, I've been on Floyd's channel once. To me, that guy is just a very good actor. He's people. I've seen people call him broke or whatever, but they forgot that he has another channel. He's making thousands of dollars a month on. You know what I'm saying? He's not broke. He's just finessing people, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wouldn't even say it's like a real finesse, like, because he's telling you up front, give him money. So hey, I don't know.
I mean, as long as you're doing it up front and you're not coming up with some live story like, you know, Brick Lady story, then that's not, to me, that's not fraud. You know, if you're saying, not fraud. Yeah, if you're being upfront. Now you start doing what Brick Lady did, now you cross the line.
If I'm saying I need $500 to bang hookers, and you give me the money, and that's what I do, I didn't scam you. I told you if I said I needed $100 to buy weed or whatever, right? Buy alcohol, whatever, and that's what I do with the money. I'm not scamming you. Did I ask for money or beg? Yeah, but you gave it to me, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Like I could have done fundraisers and stuff like that, but I don't know. It just doesn't look good, man. Like, give me money. You know, I need money so I could buy my baby a crib. Why the fuck am I having a baby if I can't afford to buy my baby a crib? You know what I'm saying? Like why am I? Obviously, yes, I'm doing YouTube for extra income, but it's not like I'm not willing to sell my soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to no Diddy party. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? The ends don't always justify the means.
No, it don't. You know, it really doesn't. You know, because like, you know, people like Jay Rello and you know, Brick Lady and stuff like that. My opinion, eventually, you know, they done soiled their reputations. You know, because like I was always taught growing up as a man, the only thing, you know, that we really have in this world, especially being a black man, is our word.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And our last name. That's it. You know, that's all we got. And you're gonna, you know, you don't ever soil you don't soil your reputation, and you don't soil your name. You know.
I agree.
And today you just see everybody just doing all that. You know, like I said, I keep bringing up Brick Lady. Like, I mean, you know, that was, believe it or not, that was the second time she actually did that shit.
You know, these people aren't even getting paid like ridiculous amounts of money for going viral doing wild shit. To me, it's not worth it.
She made 40 grand. She made 40 grand in a matter of hours after she went viral.
But it was fraudulently. So now she caught work because of that. That's what I'm saying. Like you ain't make no money. You made 40 grand, but it was a illegal 40 grand. So now, you know what I'm saying, you're looking at legal penalties. Wasn't worth it. Now, so okay, let's say you get like what was that kid in Asia? I forgot his name, whatever. That was walking around disrespecting Asians, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to go viral. So let's say you get 20,000 views. What'd you make? A couple $100, but you got your teeth kicked in. Was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it worth it? You got the shit beat out of you just to go viral. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? That's why I asked. You know, like people are doing wild shit to go viral, and they end up in jail or being questioned, detained, and they're afraid. You know, it's not worth it. Just make your content, stick to the guidelines, and that's it. But everybody's trying to go viral. You have to do. You got to one up. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some wild shit to go viral.
Yeah, that's what that's been going on for even before social media. I mean, just look at the Kardashians. You know,
right.
All of them, they're just famous for being sluts. You know, right. that's how they originally. You know, which one? Kim Kardashian, I think, was the one with the sex tape.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's fine.
For her whole family's career. Yeah.
But
yeah, hold on one second. I'm gonna come out and come back in. I gotta change headsets. This one just died. I'm gonna come out and come back in.
I'm actually gonna end the live. I'm about to go to the gym. I'm gonna run another one in a few days at the same time.
Oh, okay. So you ended it anyway?
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna end it. I'll be back on this another time. Good talking to y'all, yo.
Hey, you too.
Thank you for pulling up. Peace out, Buck and Darnell.
All right,
Thank you, guys.